Good morning, students. Our today's topic will be very important, development of palate. It is asked as a short note very often. Development of palate, we first draw this line diagram here. This is the stomodium. Then we show the pericardial bulge. In between the stomodium and pericardial bulge, we will elongate this margin so that we will be able to show the pharyngeal arches. So please draw here. This is the pericardial cavity, and of course this will be the head bulge where the future neural tube will be there, and this structure is stomodium. Now here there will be development of, as we know, there will be development of at this point olfactory pits. So this is to show that olfactory pits have developed at this stage. I will put a small arrow inside and I will write here olfactory pits. Now these olfactory pits, they will elongate. Deep inside they will elongate. And these olfactory pits have already developed during the development of the face that we have discussed. This is a sagittal section in which we are discussing the development of olfactory pits. Therefore, now this is the stomodium, buccopharyngeal membrane, and inside we shall draw here the gut tube. So this will be the gut tube, this will be the foregut, this is the buccopharyngeal membrane. These olfactory pits will develop deep inside. They will develop dorsally, very deep. They will pass. As they grow deep, in the next diagram we are to show that, I will just put this mic here. So as they grow deep inside, they will be separated from the roof of stomodium. They will be separated from the roof of stomodium. This will be the stomodium and pericardial cavity, and here we should be drawing the foregut and stomodium, and these are the olfactory pits. Now these olfactory pits are also known as nasal sac, S-A-C. Please note down. Olfactory pit is the first point. Second point is development of nasal sac. Now the nasal sac are also known as primitive nasal cavity. So please note down this another point. Either it is called nasal sac or primitive nasal cavity. This is the second point. So first was olfactory pit, second is the same olfactory pit as it is developing dorsally. It is converted into primitive nasal cavity or nasal sac. Now they are separated from stomodium by this bucconasal membrane. So this membrane will be known as, here I'll put some color, this membrane will be known as bucconasal membrane. So please mark this, bucconasal membrane. Therefore, the entire nasal sac, now it is called the nasal sac or primitive nasal cavity, will be separated from stomodium by bucconasal membrane. This is second point. First point was, this was the first point, olfactory pit. Second point, primitive nasal cavity or nasal sac, which will separate from the stomodium by bucconasal membrane. Now third point, we come here. In the third point, what we will show is that there will be, as the bucconasal membrane ruptures, we show that this bucconasal membrane will rupture, and therefore this will communicate with stomodium. Bucconasal membrane has ruptured. This will be stomodium, and here this structure here will be known as the primitive nasal cavity. So therefore this primitive nasal cavity, rupture of bucconasal membrane, and this is stomodium, and just lateral to stomodeum, this structure is once again foregut. Therefore, this membrane is known as buccopharyngeal membrane. This membrane is buccopharyngeal membrane. Bucconasal membrane is ruptured in the third stage. Therefore, this primitive nasal cavity is communicating to the stomodeum. We are not drawing this head bulge. Head bulge is left, and what will happen now is buccopharyngeal membrane will break down. Now in the next stage, the buccopharyngeal membrane will also break down. It will also break down. Therefore, now in the final diagram, what we shall draw over here will be, this will be the olfactory pit. Now, there will be development of, with green color, I will show you, there will be development of, in the anterior portion, this will be known as primitive palate, this structure, and stomodeum, and below we shall continue here, it will be continuous with once again pericardial cavity, and this will be the foregut at this level. Therefore, now in the third stage, after rupture of bucconasal membrane as well as buccopharyngeal membrane, now the entire primitive nasal cavity will communicate with oropharynx as well as stomodeum, because two membranes have disappeared. Which are those two membranes? Bucconasal membrane and buccopharyngeal membrane. At this stage, there will be development of primitive palate by the fusion of the two globular swellings of the lower end of median nasal process. Median nasal process, if you recollect, during development of face. So therefore, lower end of median nasal process, two globular swellings, they fuse with each other and they will develop into primitive palate. So primitive palate is the only small anterior portion of partition between nasal cavity and oral cavity. So therefore, here we need to mention this structure as primitive palate. This is of course primitive nasal cavity, and this is now oral cavity, and this is where it will communicate with the foregut. So therefore, once again, if you start from here, this is our olfactory pit first stage. Number 2, primitive nasal cavity or nasal sac second stage. 3, bucconasal membrane, this is the third stage. Rupture of bucconasal membrane here, this will be our fourth step, rupture of bucconasal membrane and buccopharyngeal membrane, and development of primitive palate will be our fifth step. Should be very clear. Please mark these stages, this way it goes around. Now we come to sixth step. In the sixth step, we can come over here very fast. In the sixth step, there will be, we will show that the entire median nasal process during the development of face, the entire median nasal process will develop into nasal septum. So therefore, we show the nasal septum. This is how we show the nasal septum, that is coming from above. This will be the entire nasal septum. It is called primitive nasal septum, which we have already discussed during development of face. Now this primitive nasal septum caudal end will fuse with the lateral nasal process, and therefore along with globular processes they will form here one structure, and that structure, which we have already discussed, is primitive palate. This structure will be the primitive palate. So let us write down, and here let us write down primitive nasal septum. Now, this primitive nasal septum, dorsally, it will communicate with the oral cavity through this opening with the oral cavity. So therefore, below, if you draw this structure below, there will be once again, this is the same structure, stomodium. This will be the area of stomodium, and here pericardial cavity, and within this region there will be future development of, if I draw these structures, they are the pharyngeal arches or bronchial arches in between stomodium and pericardial cavity. This communication posteriorly through the primitive nasal septum, it will communicate with the nasopharynx, that is the oral cavity, also through primitive posterior nares. Primitive posterior nares, N-A-R-E-S, opening. Now, this is a very large opening, primitive posterior nares, through which, as the nasal septum has developed, the nasal cavity will communicate. Therefore, now what will happen is, in the posterior 3/5 or 4/5, where my hand is there will be development of hard palate in such a way that it will isolate nasal cavity from the entire oral cavity and oropharynx. At this stage, nasal cavity is communicating with oral cavity and oropharynx through primitive posterior nares. But then there will be development of the hard palate. So this will be our last stage. Remember, in the anterior 1/4 only, this primitive palate, it has developed because of fusion of the two globular processes of the median nasal process. And this primitive palate will be only of small size, which will separate small portion of nasal cavity, which is called primitive nasal cavity above, from the stomodium or oral cavity. Now this huge space which is left here posteriorly, posterior to primitive palate, has to be completed by development of palatine, has to be completed by development of hard palate. And that will be the last stage. So here, if you write this as point number 6, in point number 6, there will be development of primitive nasal septum and primitive posterior nares. Now this nasal septum is having a lower caudal free end. This caudal free end of the nasal septum will fuse with two processes which will develop from the maxilla. So after this diagram, now we are going to draw a diagram in coronal section.